Hey, girl. Hey. Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Ugh, girl.
For real. Oh, man. Adulting is hard.
Adulting is never easy. It's
like,
never easy.
I keep waiting for that moment. Like, I keep thinking, like, there's this period where we're going to start coasting. Like, it doesn't happen. Like, why?
That's death, dear.
I know. I know.
Well, then again, I kind of grew up really fast, so...
we both grew up really fast, girl.
We've been this age since we were like 13.
Literally.
Or 7.
We've been adults for a long time.
6?
We've been taking care of ourselves as adults for a long time.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, right?
Thank you, generational trauma. Thank you.
No, multi-generational trauma, probably.
Girl. Girl.
Girl, so what's new with you? Tell us the story.
Let's see. So last week was a weird week. So I was doing my karaoke as I do.
A karaoke.
And, as my karaoke. And we had remember how I told you that European men are the absolute most fun at karaoke, but they're also so strange to watch?
Yes.
So we had some Swedish boys come in this time.
Ooh, not the Swedes.
Yeah. The Swedes are they're some of my favorites too. And so the Swedes came in and
did they sing some ABBA?
Of course they did. Of course they did. Hey, unashamedly so. And
Dancing
so,
Queen.
I have this moments where I guess that I forget sometimes that I'm so short, right? Like, I know that I shouldn't forget that I'm so short, but I just sometimes forget that I'm so short. And I
don't know where the story's going. Okay, here we go.
So they came in, and honey, 3 of them were literally over 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
But like that weird like volleyball player, like kind of lanky kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of frightening in real life.
Girl, you've never traveled to Northern Europe before, have you?
No.
Like to Denmark or the Netherlands or...
No, I would love
girl,
to.
They're all that tall.
It's just so... It was just so weird to me. I
shouldn't say that. They aren't all that tall. They're either that tall or they're Bjork.
Well, no, some of the guys were not super tall, but like 3 of them were like unusually tall. Because I mean, I'm wearing those heels too, right? And so like
that makes you 5 foot,
right? They are still like I am barely at their shoulder in those heels, and so it really was one of those. It's like a very strange feeling because I always I know this is gonna sound a little weird to our listeners, but I always try to imagine like, kind of like Turbo Teen. Right? Like when he turns into the car, like I always think about the human body and like it's stretching to like that.
What is Turbo Teen?
You don't remember Turbo Teen when we were kids?
Is that the one that the dude went down like that and all of a sudden
turns into the car?
Oh my God! There was the one who turned into the motorcycle.
Yeah. I always think about Turbo Teen when I see really tall people because my brain, like I think about my very tiny frame and I think, wow, there's a way that a human stretches to like that type of size, and it always changes my perspective for the night.
Girl, I remember back when you were younger, you always wanted to climb on people that size.
I did used to want to climb people. I used to think it was so cool. Now in hindsight. Wow.
I believe that's called fetishizing.
In hindsight, yes. I didn't feel like that the Thursday night. I wasn't thinking of it like a sexual way.
That's because, you're married now, dear.
No, it wasn't even that. Like I wasn't even thinking that when I
You and Mr. Maim are open now? What?
Oh my God, no, it's not like that. I said I wasn't thinking of them like that. That's what I just said, weirdo.
Weirdo? How dare you?
God, I'm sorry. You're canceled. I'm canceled now. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm canceled.
It has worked for a lot of gay people.
What has?
Being an open relationship.
Oh. Oh, I know plenty of people. I have plenty of friends that are in
Girl,
open,
there's a mini crisis going on.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Raleigh has a case of monkeypox.
Oh no! Welcome to the party.
Girl, you better not let anybody touch you.
Girl, we've had that for like months now.
You better not let any homos touch you.
I've actually been very good as far as like at karaoke, like not letting people touch me.
Put on you should just wear you should sew a huge glove and just put it on over yourself like a nitrile glove and just have like your head be the middle finger.
Oh jeez. I mean,
you're thinking about it now, aren't you?
No, I am actually. Not gonna lie, kind of thinking about it a little bit too much than I should. I think that's actually not a bad idea at all.
You know what's not a bad idea?
Our Patreon.
Our Patreon, dear listeners. For once I got it right, we have a Patreon.
Yes,
if you
perfect
go
segue.
to patreon.com/Bernice, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money.
Perfect segue.
Maim,
yes.
We also have another podcast.
Do we?
Well, we may. I don't know. It depends on if we record it tonight. It's called You Slay Me. It is a Murder, She Wrote podcast. And dear listeners, I know I've been a little bit lax. It's been so busy, but I promise you, I'm updating the things. I promise you, I will do it one day. Mm-hmm. One day. Don't give me that with your one eye. I can only see one of your eyes right now. I don't know if you know that or not. There we go. I see. Ooh, the other one's lazy. Lazier than it usually is.
I think it's actually very funny. So my client today said that I started talking, or I sound terrible when his allergies are really bad.
You don't have to qualify that.
Right. So anyway, so I got on the call and she literally like jumped into mom mode immediately. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "What are you talking?" And she's like, "Why do you sound like?" I was like, "Allergies? This is what I sound like 75% of my life."
Yeah, dear listeners, it's been great growing up with Maim, let me tell you.
Wow. Do you remember back in the day? Okay, so this is stupid.
How far back are we going? How far back we go? It's kindergarten
pretty far back, right?
Okay.
Do you remember back in the day when the teachers used to send me outside to blow my nose because it would be so loud?
I do remember that. Do you remember back in the day where every year I would get stung by a bee because it got caught in my hair?
I do remember that.
Girl, do you remember back in the day when we had the classmate who we timed when she would faint during Heritage Day? Like during the sheep shearing, we'd be sitting outside.
How you doing, Miss Niblock?
Yeah, girl, you ain't supposed to use names.
Ain't nobody know who that is. Don't nobody know who that is. Me saying Miss Niblock, don't nobody know who that is.
That's true. That's true. I guess that's true.
I'm sure she's married. I'm sure sure of it.
Are you sure?
Kind of.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay. My God, girl, you were called out, people left and right on this podcast. We still got 5 minutes left.
It's not even a call out. I mean, really. On the off chance that one of our mutual friends that we weren't even friends with her into high school because we went to different high schools. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Of course, if she's passed out right now because of a sheep, my condolences.
This is season 3, episode 8, The Wilderness Experience.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. And that is the night. The lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
My condolences.
So we're
This is just so you know, before we get this started,
the Ayakoka.
this is a fan favorite in the Facebook group that we sometimes post in. People love this episode, and they're always doing screen captures of Cindy Birdsong. So I'm excited to post this one because I've already done some screen captures to get ready for it.
No, not Cindy Birdsong.
Yes, he.
Well, it is season 3. Oh, I've already done that part. We're at Sugar Bakers. And Suzanne is running late.
Mm-hmm.
We find that the girls are all going on a trip and Bernice is going.
Yes,
Bernice,
everybody's in wilderness wear, by the way.
Yes, they're just chit-chatting in wilderness wear. We found out that for Christmas, Bernice got them a $1,200 women's wilderness experience called the Wilderness Experience. And had Julia
say that
known
three times fast. Say that 3 times fast.
Had Julia have known about this, she would have asked for an espresso machine.
I mean, that would have been. That's how much they were back then, like $1,200. They didn't have home models.
Girl, a decent one now is still about $1,200.
Oh, I know, dear. I know.
Do you own one?
I'm not answering that.
Does it have crystals around it?
I'm not answering that.
Did that catch you off guard there, girl?
That caught me off guard so bad. Oh no, he's gonna be so mad if he listens to this one.
Does Mr. Maim listen to these?
There's sometimes if he's like he's just kind of like hanging out, he's just doesn't have anything to do. But to answer your second question, the answer is no. They're on the other counter in the kitchen.
Okay, I see.
So they're not on this.
What color crystals does he gravitate towards?
Oh, so actually, I can answer that question because I do share. I do pay attention to my husband's likes. So he really loves those crystals that are so clear they look like glass.
Okay.
Like he loves those a lot.
Like diamonds.
Well, they're not even like diamonds. Like they literally look like glass. Like, and there's these new ones that he's into now, where it looks like almost like blue and green moss, but it's all crystallized structures. Okay. So yeah, so those are his kind of. I mean, there's lots of other kinds that he's into, but those are the ones that he's been getting lately.
So I've got a question.
Yes.
Does he believe in their healing power?
No, he just really likes them itself, and he actually, it actually bothers him a lot because he every time we go to the crystal store, it's just like always people that are kind of like they look at him and he feels he's like okay. He's like that straight guy friend that you bring to the gay bar, and the whole time he just wants to like shout out, "I'm not gay" 1,000 times. That's what it's like going to the crystal store with him. He just is like, I hate that they look at me and they think that I'm into this. I'm not into this like this. I hate that they do that. They're always asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Girl, we had back in the day, there was a dude who was seeing a mutual female friend of ours. Mm-hmm. He was older, worked with her. It was a little inappropriate, but she really liked having the sex with him. Nice,
baby.
Well, one day she went over to his house to have the boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo.
Got
wayo.
It. Wayo.
Thank you. So she would ever have the boom boom boom. Let me hear you say wayo, And
Heyo.
and he had his crystals out on the table, and he had to purify them. His purification was him lighting a candle, holding them, and then he just started sweating and crying.
I'm sorry, what?
He got through with the purification, and he's like, I'm sorry, can we just cuddle? I don't think I'm going to be able to have the boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, wayo.
Well,
And she said, no, thank you. I'm going to leave now.
no sexy time for you.
So she, like, it like took an hour and a half. Because I remember her leaving and then coming back to where I was because that had happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she left thinking she was going to get something, and she got something. Bored.
Wow. That is a lot of things there.
Yeah, he was kind of hot in that 90s way.
Oh, the guy was?
Of course he was. Little goatee, red-tipped hair, wore the... I think Adia is about him. No, building a mystery.
I don't know what kind of things I feel. Oh, that was that's a good song.
It is a good song. I'm still pissed at you for not taking me to Lilith Fair. Anyway.
I thought you did go to Lilith Fair
No,
once.
I was uninvited. An unfortunate slight.
I didn't uninvite you, did I?
I was never invited because of the one.
For real?
For real.
I didn't know. You never told me that before.
Oh, yeah, girl. Yeah. Because he did not like me.
Wow.
I always assumed it was him. I never asked beyond that, but I just always assumed it was him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's upsetting to me.
Yeah. So I missed Sarah McLachlan on stage with a piano. I would have been sweating and crying, girl. I would have been sweating and crying.
It would have been a mess. Oh my gosh, that would have been a mess.
Funny story. Auntie Maim was not yet popular enough to be on the main stage. She made it to second stage the second year. Still didn't get to see that one either. Thanks.
I saw Amy Mann. She came to Guilford College, and she did a concert there.
I see she's real good.
Oh, she was really good.
Yeah.
It was. That's a story for another day.
Okay. Well, so Charlene's reading the material, and she found out that some of Lee Iacocca's women's leadership did this course.
Is it gross that I got so excited because it just was like such a childhood flashback hearing that name? I was like, oh my god, my childhood.
It's a good name.
It's such a good name.
So Charlene's also a little upset because Consuela apparently is renting out storage lockers.
Oh, okay.
And but Charlene had to say no because she didn't have enough meat for the meat locker. Oh. And then Consuela started cursing her.
As you do.
And she said she'd think about it and maybe she could just keep her cold cuts in it.
Is that a thing? When she said that, I was like, I've never even heard of people renting out meat lockers. I've heard the term meat locker.
I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
I mean, I've only ever heard meat locker.
We had a deep freeze, girl. We had a deep freeze.
Right. That's what I mean, the only time I've ever heard the term meat locker before this was basically in the context of gay stuff.
So I come from a place where deep freezes were in one of two places. They're either in the basement or out back, outside.
Out back. Yes, girl, out back. Go out back.
Girl, and it better not be storming when you have to go out back to get that frozen meat.
I used to, oh man, whose house was it? It was one of my cousin's houses. And I mean, I used to hate it because, it would be summertime. I think it was my aunt's house. It would be summertime. And they would be like, the popsicles are in the deep freeze downstairs in the basement.
Yeah.
And you'd have to like move things out of the way, like giant pieces of deer and things like that, all to get to the popsicles that have been there for 3 years.
Oh, that deer's been there 3 years too, girl.
Oh man, I remember that they used to keep what else did they used to keep? Actually, you'd have to go downstairs because they didn't keep the sodas upstairs. They kept them downstairs. So they were warm because they weren't in the fridge.
Yep.
So you have to go down. Oh man, that's so funny. I forgot all about that.
We kept our at my grandmother's house. She kept the Klondike bars in the downstairs deep freeze.
What would you do for Klondike bars?
Oh, march down them downstairs to get that Klondike bars is what I would do.
That's what you do.
Girl, so speaking of that, I had today, are you familiar with Crumble, CRUMBL cookies?
I've seen them around. I haven't been to one yet.
Girl, you need to go and see right now. Well, not necessarily right now, but today.
I was going to say, that's going to be difficult. I'm doing a podcast if you didn't know that.
You can order them on DoorDash.
Not DoorDash.
The DoorDash. You have to order 4. They're huge. Anyway, right now at the ones in Raleigh, they have, girl, look, I took off my glasses.
This is serious.
They have a cornbread cookie.
Well, I can't eat that because of my corn
has
allergy.
Honey butter on top. Girl, take a Benadryl and eat it. It's delicious.
You know,
you should risk anaphylaxis for this one.
You know what though? Actually, after you said that, I was like, maybe I will do that. I mean, it's not like bananas.
Dear listeners, I do not support forced anaphylaxis. Please don't come at me. I do not support eating things you're allergic to.
Oh wow! Way to fetish shame. You're kink shaming here on the show. If a person wants to have an anaphylactic shock, come on, let them get their kicks.
It's going to be the one thing you're allowed to do when the Supreme Court's done with you. Anyway.
That's all.
So Suzanne comes in. Suzanne, where you been? I've been chasing a pig in a bathrobe down whatever avenue it is in Atlanta.
I can relate.
So she sits down and she's like, Charlene, you ain't got to worry. I got 2 lockers for my pig feed. It's all okay. End of scene.
End of scene.
So now we're at the experience.
Oh boy.
Bernice thought Lee Iacocca would be there. He's
good.
not.
I love when she said that. She paid $1,200 to meet Lee Iacocca.
And the teacher, they go through their training, and the teacher's like, well, go to the bathroom, flush the commode, enjoy that sound, because you won't hear it for a while.
And Suzanne's like, is she kidding?
Yeah. Like, what is this? We paid money for this. Yes. And you find out that the campers will get a silver pin if they finish this.
That's right.
It looked like a little railroad stake.
It did. Yeah. This episode could have been subtitled "White People Shit." Very easily.
Maybe that'll be the title of this.
I now it would be Hestus to ignore the very obvious lesbian centric jokes, which some of them are quite queer coded into the script here. That I was like, as soon as this part of the episode started,
we haven't even got to that part yet.
No, but we did when the ladies are when you're meeting the ladies, right? When you're seeing them, you're kind of like, oh boy, I can see where this is going. And they had that one lady that used to be on that HBO show Dream On, the really short lady. Did you ever watch Dream On?
No.
Oh wow.
Did it win a Cable Ace?
I think it did actually.
Okay, good for
I think Wendy Malick won the Cable Ace award for it.
How do I know that name?
Why do I know this? Why do I know
that name?
She was the what's her name? She was the fancy lady on Just Shoot Me on NBC.
Oh, I love her. I love her.
Yeah, she got her big break on Dream On. She played the main character's wife, ex-wife, and that they still maintained a friendly relationship, because that's the thing. So yeah, but it was a good. I mean, Dream On was a pretty cool show. It was actually very ahead of its time.
Let's move on with this.
Sorry, you have to be careful with me. You can't get me going about a topic like that.
So Suzanne's like, let's rethink all this, and Julia's like, Bernice paid $1,200, non-refundable. We're here. Let's do this.
I did appreciate her enthusiasm at that point.
So now we're at the campsite. Julia figures out their law. It's Julia, Mary Jo, and 3 other people who we do not know yet.
Nope, not yet.
Julia's like, we're lost. And we find out that the other campers work in the garment district in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
New York City!
Yep, back then, New York was a dangerous place.
And Julia's like, we're just a couple of Marlboro gals, you know. And we find out that the short one is named Big Edie.
Yes, which I kind of wish it was an episode of You Slay Me, because I would have really liked for you to do the Big Edie name and your voice. I think that would have been great. No, the killer voice.
Big Edie.
That one. I love it.
Hey, Big Edie, how you doing there? Oh, yeah. God.
Just in case you don't listen to our other podcast, You Slay Me, you just got a sneak peek.
So Julia's very concerned about the tent stakes. She thinks that if rain comes, they're just going to wash out.
Whoa. But Big Edie says otherwise, because she's been doing this forever, and she wins the leadership award every year.
And so then they talk about Suzanne, and Big Edie says, I could change her, I could fix her, you just let me at her.
Oh my God. Okay, that's enough of that. Now it's getting creepy.
And Julia just says, nah, boo.
What's so great is like when she said that, I was like, of all of the people in our group, that is the one that you have no idea what to do with her.
Exactly.
Like,
and Julia also said she saw the Ned Beatty scene in Deliverance and it didn't appeal to her.
Julie basically just said, no scissoring on this trip.
The other butch one's name is Mickey Jr.
Yes.
Whose father wanted a son, and he was disappointed they got a daughter, and Julia just said, why?
No, it was Charlene that said that.
No, it's not. It wasn't Charlene.
No.
Charlene's not
that
in this group. Why are your eyes getting
Charlene.
real big? It was Julia.
Was it Julia?
Yeah, it was Julia.
Charlene says something smart ass too on this episode, but I can't remember what it is.
Not really,
now.
no. No, girl. No.
I thought Charlene said something smart ass later.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So we're at the other camp now, and it's all going great for them. Like, super great. The chores are all done. It's Bernice, Charlene, Suzanne, and a couple old ladies who I didn't care about their name. So they're eating dinner, and Consuela packed them a meat kit.
Yes.
And to which Bernice is like, I thought it was a laxative. So the old ladies are like, no, it's fine. Don't eat this meats. We will share with you, and we have a Crunch Bar snack for you. Crunch Bar and melted chocolate, or melted marshmallows. You don't like Crunch Bars?
They're all right. Like Nestle Crunch
Do you prefer a
Bars?
Crackle? Yeah.
No, I don't like Crackle either. Not really. And why are you looking at me like that? I don't like crunchy chocolate bars.
What kind of chocolate bar do you like?
I just like
Cadbury cream eggs.
Well, sure. And also Hershey's. Yes.
Kit Kat is technically crunchy.
Yes, but it's like wafer crunchy, not like Rice Krispie crunchy. It's different.
See. You don't like Rice Krispie.
I guess.
Do you like Rice Krispie treats?
They're all right.
Okay. I accidentally stumbled on... Girl, let me tell you a story about back in the day. So back in the day, at like 2 jobs ago, I was making Rice Krispie treats for a thing.
As you do.
As you do. And I had some Nutella, and I got the Nutella to marshmallow ratio fucking perfect. Like, it was I could not replicate it again. I just had some Nutella sitting on the counter. I threw all of it in there. Perfect. They were fluffy. They were sticky. It was like an orgy in my mouth.
Did you jump out of the bathtub running down the street screaming Eureka?
Nah. But anyway, so I took them in. Everybody loved them. The next day that we had a horrible office mate. She made some. She's like, I made some of these delicious things too. I don't know how she burned them to a crisp.
How do you burn Rice Krispie treats?
Or what she did with them, but they were burnt and gross.
Wait, what?
My boss looked at them and was like poking them. She was a little Vietnamese woman, poking them with a knife, saying, I don't even know how to cut this.
You know what I bet she did? I bet you that she didn't understand that you don't mix it on the stove, like the marshmallow and everything. Yeah. I bet that's what she did.
She was also a horrible cook. Like, she would make things, and it would be one day. So she told me that she had this, that's how much of a shit I am. That she had this superstition that her mama always told her that if you should never put your purse on the floor because it means you're going to be kicked out. Girl, one day her purse was in her chair and I just put it right on the floor.
You are terrible. You are terrible.
2 weeks later, she got another job in a different department. I never had to see her again.
Wow. Maybe you're magic.
I made her apply for that job.
Oh, maybe.
I was like, have you considered this? Have you considered this? It would be such a good career move. Such a good... have you ever considered not being in this office right now?
Did you dislike her that much?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. There you go. All right. Yep.
She was that person who always wore stinky cream.
Oh, one of those.
Yep.
Those have never been good for me.
So, we're back at Julie and Mary Jo's site, and it's raining. It's raining.
Wasn't that the deaf symbol for applause? Sorry, I got after that last Academy Awards where the deaf actor won. I'm like, as soon as you did, I was like, why does that look familiar? Oh, that's why.
Applause.
Yes.
The applause. Sorry. Lady Gaga took me over for a hot second.
Not Lady Gaga, honey. Lady
Gaga, yes. Near EGOT winner, Lady Gaga.
So close.
She just needs to produce something to get a Tony.
Or do like a
Girl, no, keep it easy for her. She just needs to produce
everything. Want her to get it. I want her to get it for acting. I want her to get it for acting because she can do that. They should put her as funny girl rather than Leah Michele.
It's not Leah Michele.
Leah Michelle's who's taking her place. The role that Leah Michele has been gunning for like 15 years.
I mean, don't tell me not to live, just sitting Potter.
Oh, they should cast you.
I am young.
You are.
And dainty.
Well, I mean, Beanie's not dainty, so I mean, it's okay.
I've never seen Funny Girl.
The movie? Anything? Okay.
No, none of it. None. I know that song. Hey, Mr. Armstead, here I
Mims.
Yes.
Mims. Excuse me,
Yes.
Miss Mims.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we got a telegram from the
A
producers.
telegram. A
From the
telegram,
producers of-
really.
We got a
Really
telegram
a
from the producers of A Funny Girl on Broadway. And it says,
telegram. A
please cease and
telegram.
desist. They sent a cease and desist notice. They said that if you sing another note, on an already
Well,
bad.
girl, I have to sing the first note before I can sing another one. So, so we should be okay. Anyway, it's rated at Julia Mary Jo's side. And Mary Jo is like, I wish Mickey Jr. would stop asking me to Indian wrestle with her. And Julia's like, well, you should quit saying yes. And so Julia also said, we are taught to be polite to other women. We can stand up to men, but it's hard for us to stand up to other women.
Yep. It is true. I mean, that is a very true thing, actually.
So Mary Jo thinks they put Julia and Big Edie together to fight to see who would win, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary Jo's also very worried that their scores are going to be lower than Charlene's group, right?
Well, yeah, it's very, very possible.
I mean, it is very possible. Well, they don't think it's very possible, but we know it could be very possible, right?
Right.
So, Julia's like, I'm going to be the best old camper there is, even if rain tears down this tent. Zoom out. Rain tore down that tent.
Cute. It was perfectly. It was almost as if it was planned.
I know, right? So it's the next day, and Big Edie cannot start a fire. But there's no food anyway because they didn't listen to Julia, and a bear took it. Corinne or Coraline or whatever her name is, the other one who doesn't really matter, wonders why the supervisor hasn't been there to visit them. And Julia's like, because we're lost, Coraline. Because we're lost, Corinne. Cordova. Corolla.
You got some more? You got some more there? You got some more in the pocket? Getting ready?
Caravan.
Ooh, not caravan. Yeah.
Caravan. She's big and saucy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
she can carry 8.
So, Big Edie's like, Mary Jo and Julia, y'all go catch a deer.
Yes, we're gonna go fishing.
Julia goes off, and she turns around as she's walking away, and she says, "Madam," and I do use that term very loosely. You could not find your very large derriere, if you sat on it. And she turns and walks away.
I thought that was an iconic moment in Julia Sugarbaker's life.
So now we're back at Suzanne and Charlene's group, and Suzanne's already listed all the native flora and fauna around because she was Miss Georgia Arboretum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Miss Atlanta Arboretum. Miss Atlanta Arboretum.
I love that. That was one of my favorite moments of the whole episode because I love anything that shows that this woman is not some kind of idiot. I just love it.
True. It's true. Well, Bernice is taking over.
Oh.
And she's giving rules. She's like, we may have to leave the old ones behind, and because we get extra points for leadership, and sometimes you gotta slim down your company, blah 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 blah.
I love her manic kind of craziness she gets because it went from kind of oh, this is fun, Bernice is clear-headed, to Bernice is still crazy, just in a different way.
Because she says, look, I need to find an elkhorn while you guys take me down the river on a raft. There's a little gnat in front of my screen. Hey, gnat.
Every Bernice episode is gold.
It really is. So Mary Jo and Julia are very tired, girl.
Yes.
They've been wandering through these woods. They look haggard like Merle. Yeah. And they are they are tired. but they find a phone.
Oh, that's nice. That's
and
nice.
Anthony shows up.
Yay!
With a tent, with a food, with some food. He goes inside the tent to make sure it's all put together.
Uh-huh.
And guess who shows up? The supervisors to check on them.
Oh, I was going to say Burt Reynolds, but that's Golden Girls. That was the Golden Girls episode.
And they're like, well, who's in the tent? And they unzip the tent, and it's Cindy Birdsong, who is
Cindy
Anthony
Birdsong. Hey, Miss Birdsong.
And they ask, well, who let you on the bus?
Some white girl.
Who took your application and check?
Some white girl.
Oh, okay. Well, we find out that Cindy Birdsong, quote unquote, sprained her entire body and can't get out of the tent. She also has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, oh, well, even in the best of times, some church ladies do as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, they find out that Bernice's group is doing fantastic.
Wow.
So we're at the closing ceremony now. And they're handing everybody their pins. Cindy Birdsong gets hers. And she's like, the instructor's like, supervisor's like, just so you know, if we don't have a check for $300, you're going to owe us $300. And Cindy Birdsong's like, I understand. And she walks by. Charlene doesn't exactly get it, or isn't paying attention.
She looks
but
genuinely confused.
Suzanne's like, and Julia's just like, later.
It was so perfect. Because, come on, girls. Like, come on.
So Bernice gets a special award for being the best leader.
She beat Big Edie.
Big Edie is so upset. And as she's accepting the award, Bernice says, my only regret is that I didn't have a rifle. She walks back with the award to everybody and just screams out, on to the Arctic Circle.
Old Bernice is back.
What
just happened? Was that the gnat? Did the gnat get in your mouth? Summer in the South.
Oh, God. Well, girl, did you find yourself in Miss Georgia World?
Oh, honey, Suzanne Sugarbaker's camping outfit was everything.
That fur little thing with that hat, that beret. Yes, man.
I was so into it.
Me 3.
Did
you like this episode?
Oh, yeah. This is this has always been one of my favorites.
I agree.
I do think that the idea of the fact that Bernice was as clear-headed as she was, I thought, oh man, could you imagine if they had spun this off into Bernice Clifton park ranger series, because it was that time of the 80s where wacky stuff like that would happen. Oh man, I would have loved that. And she keeps flipping back and forth between kind of like goofy. Oh, that would have been perfect.
Well, girl, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hello, dear listeners. It is I, your Auntie Maim.
Your favorite relation.
Yep. Well, you always say it too, so I don't know why I'm saying it anymore, because you just say it right after me. So if you would like to follow me on the social media, I can be found on Instagram at Auntie_Maim. That's MAIM, not like the movie. You can find me on Twitter at the Maim.
Oh, Maim, MAM. Girl, they don't know that movie.
Some people still do. You can find me on Twitter. Well, okay, well, you can find me on Twitter at Maim Ministry. You can find me on the TikTok. No, not really. Maybe one day. If you would like to see me in real life and you just happen to be in the South Florida area, you can catch me in a couple of spots. So I host a stand-up comedy show called Laughs at Lit in Fort Lauderdale at the Lit Bar in Wilton Manors. I host a amazing colossal karaoke, a weekly karaoke and cabaret show on Miami Beach at Killer Idol. And on Saturdays, you can find me at Villain Theater in Miami, where I do improvised comedy with my house team, Yas. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. I need to be better with that. You can find this podcast on Twitter at Baking Sugar Pod. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
We have a Patreon. You can find it at patreon.com. Mims and Maim if you want to throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
We have another podcast.
No, what?
I know, right? It's called You Slay Me.
Slay
Look
Me.
it up wherever you get your podcasts. You just type in You Slay Me, and you'll be able to find it. And I also have something else that, I'm in the process of doing. It's not done yet, so you won't find out.
You have been teasing this for so many weeks.
I know. It's the longest burlesque show. It's that burlesque show. You go get another drink, you go back and look, and it's
You're
still
oh my God,
not down to the tits yet.
she still doesn't have her tits out. What's happening here?
She's down to shawl number 7, but still no tits.
And they're feathers now? This is never happening.
Oh, God. Well, Maim, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't think so. Looking forward
good night, Maim.
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.